Hello, lovelies. Today we are taking a look at the 2019 film Law of Moises or Law of Moses. I got tripped up on that, sorry. Law of Moses, which was produced by ARC Productions, which to my understanding is one of those faith film companies. They are based out of Chicago, just very low budget. The actors are not very seasoned, which is obvious, but this film is basically a retelling of, it's a very loose modernized retelling, let me rephrase that, of course, Moses and how he saved a community of people. So in this version of the story, Moses is a young man, roughly college age. He wants to go off to study film, and he lives in a town, Cairo, Illinois. It's very early on in the film. He throws a crumpled bit of paper into the water and the water turns red, which immediately begins referencing the plagues. It's not long before people just really become concerned and they're trying to figure out what in the world is going on. Is it pollution? No one really knows. And it's not until he and a group of his friends, Abraham and a female, CJ, go back out to this waterway to investigate, and Abraham happens to drop his crutch, or his staff if you will. Once it touches the water, it returns to normal. So it's very interesting, and very early in the film as well, they do bring to light that the characters in the film reference Bible characters. So obviously Moises is Moses, and his sister Miriam is obviously the Miriam of the Bible. Abraham, which of course would be, I believe, the first prophet. And CJ, for some reason, we really don't know what to label her as. She just takes the title of God. And the mayor, who is not really such a great person, he is Pharaoh. So it's interesting the way this all plays out, but truth be told, I don't really care for the film. I think it could have been better. It's entertaining for what it is. If you're looking for something to watch during religious holidays, especially something that's family friendly, this is not a bad watch. I would say it's maybe PG-13. I don't recall the exact rating, I apologize, but I know that there are angry moments where characters pull weapons on one another only to find out that it's an unloaded gun, as well as people getting into fist fights. I do not recall there being any foul language at all, but you know, as always, discretion is advised. But I just didn't care for this one. It fell a bit flat, and the acting really had nothing to do with it. It's just the subject matter really didn't interest me as much, even though I chose it because I thought it would have been an interesting film, especially from a modernized perspective, but I just did not care for the film. But apparently what the deal here is, I forget how exactly, but the mayor strikes this deal with some entity or something or other, and to his knowledge, the only thing that was supposed to happen was that the town was to be flooded. He had no knowledge that these plagues of locusts and all these other things were supposed to be going on. So throughout the team's research, the pseudo Scoobies, if you will, they realize that there are very important points within the town or within their city. So in order to defeat these plagues, they meet up at certain points. They're kind of in a group text, I believe, and they message out once they've reached their position, and then once this plague of locusts, or whichever the current plague happens to be, is making its way towards them, they text a Bible verse which pushes it away. So they kind of use modern technology as a way of, I don't want to say defeating it, but they kind of do find a way of just counteracting all of this. But essentially the mayor or pseudo-pharaoh, he winds up getting his comeuppance, as always. The town does manage to be saved, and Miriam winds up becoming the intern mayor, so she winds up acting in the actual mayor's absence, demise, what have you. Yeah, I did not like this one. I'm sorry. There really wasn't too much to the story. I mean, it's interesting how they tried to modernize it, and there's just kind of like this other talk about radio waves and all this other nonsense, which really didn't interest me at all. The film is available to watch, but honestly, unless you're into religious films, or if you just kind of like following along with the review series, or if you just want to have something to watch during a religious holiday, then by all means take a look. If you find something of merit, please prove me wrong. I would love to discuss the film with those of you who are interested in this or who have seen it. I did not care for this one at all. I'll stop there. I really have nothing nice to say about this movie, but that is all I have for you guys for today, and I will talk to you later.